something to say. From the draft to the Stanley Cup, if you love the game, turn it up.
McDavid, McKinnon, and Beddard.
All of the players of high regard,
We'll cover them all and not just the stars.
report on every play fit for a memoir.
Every moment the passion's real. From the puck drop to OT thrill. We're talking hockey, we always will. BarDown, let's go!
Oh, BarDown, talking hockey. Oh, BarDown, talking hockey.
BarDown, talking hockey. BarDown, talking hockey.
What's up and welcome back to BarDown Talking Hockey, episode number 210, presented by the Barroom Network. It is the home of everything relating to the greatest sport in the world, the sport of hockey. My name is Vinny Parisi, and my New Jersey Devils just got their asses kicked last night, 9-0. And this right here, this is Frankie Mueller, and he is the king of all beans. Frank? Sup, dude?
How you doing, VP?
I'm very anxious.
Are you anxious? You like
I'm
the setup?
anxious.
I'm
Very
in my
nice.
second setup.
Very,
People
very
who
nice.
are normal watchers of the show would know this setup every once in a while.
Yep, once every like 4 shows, maybe.
No, way more than that. Way
More than that? More than that?
Yeah, this is probably like my 5th time ever doing it here. But I'd say like 3 times a year, maybe. But it
Okay.
might be more. It might be more now. We don't know. We don't
Yeah.
know.
We'll see. We'll
But
see.
it's
It's
a
a good
great
setup.
setup for like this type of show for a background.
That room is begging to host hockey podcasts.
It
Thank
could. You put a desk in here and you have people sit around the desk. It looked unbelievable.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe we should do. I would love to have Tom as a guest
We could
because
do an in-person show with both of us, like you
Yeah.
see me sitting at a desk, and then we have like Tom as a special guest.
100%. I mean, the stories. I love old time hockey. I like to be somewhat of a historian in a way too. So learning about things that I wasn't around for, it just makes my heart sing. So
Oh yeah,
credit to him, credit to the background. Welcome to the show. Gary Bettman's currently speaking.
is he?
It is a situation where I believe they're going to announce an outdoor game in Utah.
It's gonna happen eventually.
I
so I'm
don't know if it's the Winter Classic, or if it's a Stadium Series. They haven't announced a Winter Classic, and that usually comes before any Stadium Series announcement. So I'm leaning Winter Classic. I don't know if they would play a team close to them, like the Colorado Avalanche, or, I mean,
I got a dumb question for you.
Macklin Celebrini and the Sharks are a big draw. I just didn't want to forget who I was going to say, but what's your question?
It's I don't know. I'm not a big geography guy, but does it get cold in Utah?
I think there are certain parts. It's
'Cause,
like in the mountains
Utah's
and
like
stuff.
West Coast,
I
so,
think it's
I
like
don't-
Vegas.
like ice cold. But then again, you look at their logo. They went with mammoth, which makes me think of like Antarctica cold. But I know it's not that cold. So it's
I think there's mountain areas that are cold. I don't know if there's a desert, but it's in deserty parts
Yeah.
of the nation.
that's what
It is currently in Utah, Salt Lake City right now. It's 46 degrees, and it's going to be 30s and 40s all week. So very similar temperatures to here.
Yeah,
So
it's an outdoor game easily.
yeah, I mean they just had one in Miami, Florida. I think they could probably do one anywhere in North America at this point. I'm not sure if Death Valley. I mean, that'd be cool. Who would play there? The Dallas Stars,
It
and
might be impossible. It wouldn't be impossible, but it's like,
it would have to be a night game.
what's the temp in Death Valley right now?
Let's see. 58 degrees.
Oh, so it gets cold. I know in the summer it gets in like the hundreds.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna be in the 50s and 60s the rest of this week, and then up into the 70s next week.
Yeah, that's crazy. 70s
So-
for January.
Yeah, exactly. It's warm there. There's no doubt about it, and it's probably a different feeling 50 than here. I'm sure there's a little more humidity in the air, or whatever the case
Shorts
may
for
be.
sure.
Yeah, I'm wearing. I mean, yeah, I would wear shorts right now. But Utah would be it's going to be a great venue. It's going to be where the Utes play. I'm waiting for official confirmation. We'll probably share that news sometime within the next hour on this show, I would think. but I don't know for absolute sure if they're going to announce it while we're on air, but we'll see. It's going to come out today. So I'm excited about it. I like when these teams, and listen, Celebrini and the Sharks would be a good draw. Obviously, the Ducks are a worthy candidate. You can put the Colorado Avalanche in that conversation due to geographical, proximity. So we'll see how that goes, but I just wanted to throw that out there before we really move into the meat and potatoes of the show on the sheet, which, Frank, that reminds me, we're going to get it going in period number 1. Frank, the World Junior Championships are over. It's always one of the greatest times of the hockey calendar. I look forward to the day after Christmas almost as much as I do the actual day of Christmas. It's part of my holiday routine to be into the World Junior Championships. We had a couple games on the other night while we were enjoying the Winter Classic together, but in the end, it was always Sweden's year. Tried to tell you from the very beginning of the tournament. They are the World Junior Champions for the first time since Mika Zibanejad's overtime goal in the 2012 World Juniors. So, Team Sweden.
VP, I give you props for predicting that one. Pat yourself on the back. Congrats to Team Sweden. This team had a bunch of great young players. Players you could just tell when you looked at them that they were hungry for that gold medal. Guys like Ivar Stenberg, Jack Berglund, obviously Blackhawks' own Anton Frandell. They were amazing throughout the entire tournament. Sweden, they never lost. They were a perfect 7-0 throughout the preliminaries up to winning the gold medal. They outscored opponents 34-16 through the entire tournament. I mean, they showcased pure dominance. And while they did look great the entire tournament, let's not forget, though, they were one shootout away from being eliminated in the semifinals against Finland, a Finland team that defeated the 2-time defending World Junior gold medal champions in OT in the quarterfinals. So while they did end up winning gold, it wasn't without a little bit of a sweat in the semifinals. And even Czechia gave them a run for their money in the gold medal game. They only lost 4-2. So very well done by Sweden. It was just a dominant year.
Anton Frandell gets the shootout winner in the semifinal. It was his third shot attempt. In international play, you're allowed to send the same guy after the first 3 rounds. And then in the championship game, it was 3-0 Sweden, and Czechia made a push.
Yeah.
And the final 5 minutes of the game, they scored 2 goals. And then, of course, Sweden put it away with the goal to make it 4-2. It was an outstanding performance. You brought up Jack Berglund. Philadelphia had the captain of 2 teams, 2 good teams. They had the captain of Sweden with Jack Berglund, and they had the captain of Team Canada with Porter Martone. So good tournament for Philly. Really good tournament for the Blackhawks because I think they're really excited about Anton Frandell. He's an interesting type of player. He kind of reminds me. So when he was first drafted, I was in the Zoom call from Fifth Third, and he compared himself to Barkov, right? But I'm not sure he's a center. I'm not sure if the Blackhawks think he's a center. It's going to be interesting to see what position he plays. He played a little bit of both in this tournament. He plays a little bit of both with his club in Sweden in the SHL Djurgården. So it's going to be interesting to see what position. I get Tomas Hertl vibes from the way he plays.
Take that.
Oh, Hertl's incredible.
Yeah.
You know, Hertl's probably like a tick below a Hall of Famer. Like, he's a very good player.
Frandell might be sneakily one of their best prospects we've had in a long time. Like,
he's currently their number 1 prospect in my book.
He might be like right under Bedard, I'm saying, for talent. Like,
yeah.
Like, I think he could be better than Nazar. Like, we might have like a superstar in the making.
Yeah, 100%. And I like his game. He's responsible in all 3 zones. I'm not sure. Again, will the 200-foot game exist in his NHL, his pro game? We'll see. Right now, he plans on that being the case. But one thing I didn't know about him till the tournament, because obviously I don't watch Djurgården games. I see the highlights. But it seems like his slap shot is better than I thought. His one-timer on the power play is lethal. If he gets the puck in open space with a chance to rip it on the one-timer, it's going on net with force. and he beat a couple goalies with that exact shot. He had his good buddy William Eklund feeding him dimes all tournament long. Eklund, of course, is a New York Islanders prospect. They took him in the first round of last year's draft. Imagine getting Eklund and Schaefer in the same draft. It's really cool to see Frondell, and you know what? Right now, Fenberg has a chance to be the number one pick in the draft. I know people, McKenna, Keaton Vierhoff. Ivar Stenberg has a case now. He has a case now.
It's actually funny you mentioned that. Me and Tom were having a conversation about that yesterday, how McKenna might go second, and it could be Stenberg.
There's a world he goes third.
That would be crazy.
Because people like Vierhoff, and people like this kid who's going to leave the Muskegon Lumberjacks to go to Boston University, and he's going to start next week.
I also feel like it depends who wins the pick.
100%. But this Tynan Lawrence kid, he'll be at BU starting next week. He's leaving the USHL to go play college hockey mid-season, which doesn't happen very often, but that's the reality of the NIL portal and all that now. He could go number one. So it really just depends if the top team, let's pretend Winnipeg wins the draft lottery. They're probably going to take McKenna. If the Vancouver Canucks win the draft lottery, they might take Keaton Vierhoff. You never know what the Blackhawks do, knowing they have Bedard.
They would definitely choose McKenna because they have Bedard. That's what I would think.
But they also have Frondell.
That's true.
That's something to keep in mind, too.
That's true.
They also have Frondell with Stenberg. So I really think those are going to be the top four: McKenna, Vierhoff, Stenberg, and Lawrence. And they could go in any order. But people are downplaying McKenna. He had 14 points in 7 games. It's the 5th best tournament a non-drafted player has ever had.
Canada played they had great players.
Yeah, they're top heavy.
So first of all, let me just touch on Canada. I'll just rant about Canada a little bit since we're talking about them. Right? Czechia has had their number. Okay. It's the 3rd straight year that Czechia has eliminated Canada from the elimination rounds. The thing is, Canada's rosters, they're stacked in my opinion too. They couldn't execute. Maybe they're too top heavy, like you said. But Zane Parekh, he set the Canadian defenseman record. He had 13 points. That's a record for Canadian defensemen.
Beat Pietrangelo from 2010.
Michael Hayes, 15 points. Gavin McKenna, 14 points.
Top 2 scorers in the tournament.
They got some amazing talent. They just run into Czechia every year. They just couldn't keep the puck out of their net. Them giving up 6 goals, that's a rarity for Team Canada. Because you score 4 goals, there's a good chance you're going to win a hockey game. But also, Brady Martin, he didn't play in the semifinals because he was out with an injury. That hurt Canada's scoring depth too. He was having a great tournament. And in my opinion, you compare the 2 rosters, Czechia and Canada, I think Canada's got a way better roster, hands down. And I'm not trying to take any credit away from Czechia here. But to me, facts are facts. And the way the format is in the World Junior, being one and done, that type of stuff can and will happen. Surprises happen like that. If it's a best of 7, I don't think Czechia wins 4 games against Canada. But that's not how it is. And Czechia won, but Canada's got a good roster. They do have good players. They got a good roster.
I will say Canada and Czechia have played each other 4 years in a row now, and it's 3-1 Czechia. So if it was a series, they'd be one game.
Adding different rosters.
100%. But that Bedard team, when Bedard fed Gunther in overtime, that's the last time Canada beat Czechia, and they won the gold, obviously. I do think it's good for Canada to get the bronze, though, because now you're going into Red Deer and Edmonton next season with a medal. If you were going into Edmonton or Red Deer next year with no hardware in the last 3 years, that would have been a tough look. That would have been bad. But they got it done. They got the bronze medal. Bedard is only one of 4 players to have a better draft-eligible World Juniors than McKenna. And people are taking stock away from him. He didn't dominate the way I thought he would necessarily, but he still was really productive. And I do think he has a chance still to go number one as well. It's just going to depend on how the rest of the season goes at Penn State and what Lawrence does at Boston University and how Stenberg finishes at Frölunda in the Swedish league. Veerhoff's a defenseman, so it'll really depend for him on what team, lands where when it comes to need. Could I see Vancouver trying to find Quinn Hughes' replacement, even though they do have Bouillon, who's been real good for them? You can't have too many dynamic D like that. But, I mean, Canada, we'll see where it goes going forward. There was one other thing I wanted to say about Canada, but I can't remember exactly. Oh, Michael Hage.
15 points.
Did you see he had a shootout or a penalty shot, and he got tripped by the goalie on the penalty shot and was awarded another penalty shot?
I did not see that.
He took two. He had two penalties.
Czechia?
No, that was what was it against Finland in the New Year's Eve game? I forget exactly which game it was. He had two penalty shots. One was awarded to him because he was tripped on the penalty shot by the goalie. And the Hockey News official account had the funniest tweet. They tweeted Jonathan Taves would have scored on both because Jonathan Taves was like a penalty shot shootout wizard when he was in the World Juniors way back in the day. From 32 Thoughts, that has never happened in the National Hockey League. There has never been a player awarded a penalty shot on a penalty shot.
I never even know that was a thing, but I guess, it makes sense.
Yep. So it's going to be interesting to see where Canada goes from here. Weird roster decisions 2 years in a row, too. You left Van Acker off. He's the OHL's leading goal scorer. Last year, you left off Lardis, was the OHL's leading goal scorer. I'm not saying that because they're Blackhawks. You know me, I'm not biased. I'm not. I try to be objective. If they were two New York Ranger prospects, I'd be saying the same thing. So we'll see. Czechia deserves their props. 3 years in a row medaling. 3 years in a row beating Canada. We'll see where it goes from here next year. USA, they were a little lacking high-end talent this year, I would say. Hagens was really good. Obviously, Hudson, very, very good. But it wasn't that pack-a-punch team that they've had the last 2 years with Leonard and Perreault and Will Smith. Smith is replaced by Hagens last year. Cutter Gauthier, who's got 20 goals in the NHL through half a season already. He could score 40 this year. They've come a lot. No Bouillon, right? Like Oliver Moore has moved on. That's a speed aspect of their game that's missing. So we'll see what USA is able to do in the coming years. There are some good American players coming up, though. So should be exciting. But it was a great World Juniors. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Another World Juniors down, VP, and now we kind of look forward to the Olympics. Yep.
And hey, Sweden's going to be right there in the Olympics too. Their roster's damn good. They're going to miss Landeskog if he's missing, though.
I love the Olympics.
Me too.
Ugh.
There are two candidates for Landeskog's replacement, in my opinion, by the way, for Sweden. One of them is Marcus Johansson, who's been incredible with the Minnesota Wild.
Yep.
Another is Andrei Burakovsky.
That'd be sick.
They brought Pontus Holmberg from Tampa to play like a checking bottom six role. He's going to end the season with like 15 points. He's clearly not there to score the game tying goal late or anything like that. And so people are upset that he made it over a Johansson or Burakovsky. But I mean, they're trying to play a certain game. They're trying to build a certain team. We'll see what happens if Landeskog is unable to go. But just wanted to point that out there. I think the world of Sweden right now in terms of the Olympics and the World Juniors. Also, you know what else is funny? I got to bring this up to Joey because it's something that makes his Boston Bruins look pretty good. There are 8 Finnish defensemen in the NHL.
That's it?
You take 8 defensemen to the Olympics. How many of those 8 Finnish defensemen in the NHL made Finland's roster?
Well, it's not all of them.
It's not all 8.
You wouldn't be asking that question.
Not all 8. They took one from the.
6?
No, they took 7.
Oh, okay.
They brought Joki Harju, obviously, Heiskanen. You know, they have a pretty decent defense. There's just a lack of depth, I would say. but the 8th guy plays in Finland, in the KHL, I think. They left off Urho Vekanainen.
I'd feel like if I'm him, I'd feel like shit.
Yeah, and he was a first-round pick by the Bruins. We were at that draft, and they have traded him to the Ducks for Hampus Lindholm. So the Bruins, they did well with that Urho Vekanainen trade because he's not even making Olympic teams when there's not even enough Finnish defensemen in the NHL to fill an Olympic team.
That's
Or there's just enough. There's perfectly enough, and they still went with a guy from. Yeah,
seems a little like light.
it is light. Esa Lindell, Heiskanen. I'm forgetting someone big, but I mean, Team Finland's good too. I just don't think they have the depth. Their depth is a problem. They have top players.
That's a big slap in the face.
100%. 100%. All right, Frank, let's quickly roll through some NHL news in period number 2. What's up, dude?
What's up?
Pittsburgh's hot again.
2026 New Year, new Penguins, VP.
They're good. They're just a good team. It is what it is now. We were wrong about them. We can definitively say we were wrong about them now.
Yeah, I mean, we're wrong. I don't think they're Stanley Cup contenders.
No, of course not. They're like 5 contenders in the league right now, in my opinion.
I mean,
and one of them is going to be on the couch halfway through April.
Here's what I think, right? On a 5-game win streak, their little win streak there got going on propelled them into a wild card spot, and Sid's playing some of the best hockey at the moment, right? The all-time leader in points for a Pittsburgh Penguin, a record that Mario Lemieux held for 37 years. He also is the only player in NHL history to have 50 career overtime points, which I thought was pretty interesting. But while there are a lot of things going right for the Pittsburgh Penguins, this is a team that still, I think, has a lot of holes into them as well. I mean, let's not forget, they did lose 8 games in a row earlier this year. And how many teams could lose 8 games in a row, especially early on, and find themselves in a hole, and then also find themselves hanging on to a playoff spot? So that's pretty impressive that they're in the playoffs right now, digging out of that mini hole they were in. But like I said, and I think you agree, Stanley Cup aspirations probably not in the cards for the Pittsburgh Penguins, but they are hot. Crosby's playing some of the best hockey of his career.
The point is, if you're a good team and you're trying to hang on to points or get playoff positioning, and you got the Pittsburgh Penguins rolling into town, even if they do fall below the playoff line towards the end of the season, but I think they'll remain a bubble team, you're not going to have an easy night. You're going to get Crosby. Malkin's about to come back if he hasn't, or I don't think Malkin's back, but he's about to be skating. Sid is as dynamic as he's ever been. This isn't his last Olympics. He'll blow past 2,000 points. He's just on fire, and he's on pace for 95 points. So all credit to him for finding a way to, continue to get it done year after year, game after game.
I wouldn't want to play him in the playoffs, but
no.
I also wouldn't call him a playoff team right now. I'm not sold that they're going to make the playoffs.
Me either, but they have my attention. Another team that has my attention, Frank, is the Toronto Maple Leafs. All of a sudden, they've looked better. And the first half of the year was garbage. It was hot garbage. There were people that thought it was going to get their coach fired. There were people that thought it might get one of Nylander or Tavares traded. There's people out there that want Matthews traded. Well, they've been really hot lately. He broke Mats Sundin's record for the most goals in Toronto Maple Leafs history, which is crazy considering his age. He'll be a 700 goal scoring machine. He's on pace. He's still on pace to score in the high 8s, 900 goals. We'll see how far Ovechkin takes it, but he's on pace to be in that company. He hasn't had the health that Ovechkin had early in his career, and he's still on pace, which is crazy. But we'll see how that impacts him as he ages. But right now, kid's on fire. Team's playing better. Don't count out the Maple Laughs from making the playoffs.
He broke that record in the same game as well. He tied it and broke it.
Yep.
It feels like nowadays athletes stay with their team for a longer tenure than back in the day. Like guys will sign lengthy long-term extensions now that make it easier for all these records to be broken. I think we're going to start seeing a lot more of the players we've grown up watching break records like that, being the longest or the most points in franchise history, the most goals in franchise history. It's just naturally going to happen with the guys of this generation. We're going to start to see that a lot more. And obviously, I think anyone with a brain knew when Austin Matthews came into the league as a rookie and scored 40 goals. I mean, Matt Sundin and all the fans knew that that record would be broken one day. And let me tell you, the award that Austin Matthews got in their pregame ceremony yesterday is one of the coolest plaques I've ever seen. The game sheet side by both pucks, that is like amazing. And I don't know if other teams have done that before, adding the game sheet in there from record-breaking goals, but that was unbelievable. Like I'm kind of jealous. I would hang that up. And you know what, VP? You talk about don't count them out from the playoffs. Maybe this is what they need, is to be bad in the regular season, because we always talk about they have a great regular season and then they falter in the playoffs. Maybe they need a bad regular season to make a run in the playoffs.
Maybe. That'd be pretty sweet, actually. I would want to play him in the first round.
This would be the opposite. You have a bad regular season, you go on a run. Because every other time they have a great regular season, they can't get past the first round.
That is absolute facts, Frank. If they were in the Pacific Division, they'd be in third place, 1 point behind first place. In the East, they're out of the playoffs, which leads me to my next question. Why is the Pacific Division hot garbage from top to bottom?
I don't know. It is hot garbage. I mean, the Ducks really did a 180. The Ducks were one of the hottest teams in the league. Now they stink. They're 1-7-2 in their last 10 games. What happened to the Ducks? I mean, I think the other teams like the Oilers and the Knights, I think they'll start to be less of hot garbage as the season goes on. But I feel like the Pacific Division is really top heavy. Do you agree?
It's not. I
according to the points, it's not top heavy. I just think in terms of talent, it's
in terms of teams I can expect to make a deep playoff run, yeah, I think both divisions in the West are top heavy. Because, funny enough, the Pacific Division's hot garbage, but so is the Central, outside of Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota. Colorado's going to win the division. They have 4 regulation losses, and 2 of them have come in the last 3 games. But Dallas and Minnesota tied in points. Both have unbelievable rosters. Dallas have been kind of bad lately. Wild have been really good lately, but they're still both so good on paper. Then the next closest team is the Utah Mammoth, who are not even in a playoff spot. The Pacific Division has both wild cards and the first team out. So the Western Conference really just stinks, but I don't love the way the top teams in the Pacific Division, because like Seattle's not the third best team in the division, even though they're in third place. Vegas and Edmonton are the 2 best teams. Edmonton hasn't won 3 in a row yet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Not a lot of people realize that. The Edmonton Oilers have not won 3 in a row yet. They're 6-4-0 in their last 10, though. McDavid had a beautiful hat trick yesterday. They've come on lately, but every time they win 2 in a row, they lose the next one.
I just don't trust anybody but like Kraken and below.
Yeah, even though right now, if the playoffs were to end, the Kings and the Sharks would be those 2 wild card teams.
But I would not. I don't even know. They wouldn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't trust.
But all the bottom teams, a lot of the bottom teams are from the Central. So even though this Western Conference is led by 3 teams from the Central, I would say overall there's no ugly threat coming from the Pacific. Edmonton, because of the way they played in the playoffs the last couple years, and they've kind of been in a similar spot in late December, early January, the last 2 years anyway. They know when their season starts, and Connor McDavid, all of a sudden the Nate Dogg isn't a lock to win the MVP anymore. If anything, I would say McDavid's the favorite now. He jumped McKinnon. Well, I never thought that'd be possible early in December. But it absolutely is. It's almost likely now. I mean, McDavid has 75 points. McKinnon has 74. And, both guys have running mates that are incredible, multiple running mates that are incredible. But we'll see how it goes. It's an interesting season so far with the standings, because then you got the Eastern Conference where every team is mid. Like, they're just all mid. In the West, everyone's ass. In the East, everyone's mid. So outside of like 4 or 5 teams, I mean, realistically, Tampa Bay, Carolina. I like Detroit. I don't know if I love them in the playoffs, though. Tampa Bay, Carolina, Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, Vegas, Edmonton. Did I just name the Stanley Cup champion? Probably. Carolina, Tampa Bay, Dallas, Colorado, Minnesota, Vegas, Edmonton.
Yeah.
But I didn't say Florida because if the season ended today, they would miss. But if
Yeah,
they
but
got in,
I don't think they're going it though.
if they get in, I don't know who I would pick them to lose to in the East.
Well, in the East, but you said Stanley Cup champion.
Yeah, I mean, if they get in, and Kachuk's going to play this week probably, and Barkov all of a sudden he's not out for the season anymore. I don't know, man. It's going to be hard to pick against.
Good about my Red Wings. Did I have the Red Wings in? You
I
have
think
my
so.
predictions, right? I think I had the Red. I'm feeling good about that pick.
I'll go back and find them. But yeah, no, the Red Wings. I wouldn't
feeling
call them.
good.
I'm not going to call anyone a lock in January, but they're clear of a playoff spot by 9 points. So we'll see. We will see. Frank, the Chicago Blackhawks, they play the St. Louis Blues tonight, 8:30. Your boy will be there. They're surging.
My heart is gonna come true.
Well, they have the Blues tonight, which would make it 4, and then the Capitals on Friday, which would make it 5.
They could do it. People are gonna say payback game for the Capitals, right? We thought that about the Dallas Stars. We thought Dallas was gonna beat them the second time around. They got that win again. It's possible. Could they have their first 5-game win streak in God knows how long? Kane was still on the team, I think. So,
and Bedard will be back on Friday.
yeah, they said he's not playing tonight, but he's day to day after today. So that
Yeah, and Blashill said today, probably over the weekend. Which
if you
means
get the win today, you lock in for that 5th win. You lock in.
Yep.
And beating the Golden Knights, that's big because historically the Knights are 16-3-3 against the Blackhawks. Probably one of the best winning percentages over a single team in NHL history.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm sure it's up there. I forgot they play Nashville in Nashville on Saturday too. So, Bedard, I guess, could come back for that one. But
they said after
one of those 2 games, he's coming back.
I mean, we all knew he'd be back before the middle of January. I mean, we knew that.
And before last game against Vegas, Blashill said it'll for sure be before the Olympic break, and he wouldn't make that commitment for Nazar.
Mm-hmm.
But Nazar skating, but in a non-contact. Today, Bedard skated in a regular practice jersey, meaning he could be hit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody's going out of their way to destroy Bedard in practice, but he was able to, participate like normal, but he wasn't in the line rushes. So he's not playing today. He will go probably Friday. They're wearing the black jerseys against the Capitals. So
Travis, we need you at every game. Let me tell you. We need you at every game. You're their good luck charm.
Why do they keep beating Dallas in Dallas?
You better be there, Dallas.
Or is he coming here? Is he coming here in March? Because haven't they played twice in Dallas already?
They are here in March, I thought.
Oh no, maybe it is in Dallas. That one, the second one in the last week was here. That I got to get out of my head that just because I didn't go doesn't mean it wasn't in Chicago.
Travis, you got to be there. They will not lose a game if Travis is in attendance, which is great.
It's remarkable.
They play in Dallas March 8th. Travis will be there. That's an automatic win. 5-1 Hawks.
Yep. You know what the roster looks like by then. Yep.
100%.
I hope Anton Frondell makes his NHL debut this season. That'd be cool.
March 8th.
After his season, it'll probably be a little later than that. But yeah, tonight should be a good one against the Blues. They swear everybody agrees Braden Shen didn't hurt Bedard on purpose. There's no hard feelings. There's not going to be any payback or anything like that. It wouldn't shock me if Colton Dock fought him.
Yeah, I feel like there will be a fight.
A fight doesn't. It just might be more like sending a message, but nobody believes that he did it on purpose on the team. And Blashill talked about it again today. So we'll see how that goes. I hope there's nothing that comes from it because I don't believe Shen did it on purpose. Nobody's trying to injure someone to try and injure him with 1 second remaining. So we shall see. All right, Frank, it's time to break it down. We're going to make predictions here in period number 3. Welcome to period 3, Frank. We are talking football. We got wild card weekend coming up this weekend.
Yep.
We're just going to go through and predict every game.
All right.
I'm trying to hear who you think is going to win each game. And we will start. We're just going to go in order. We're going to go in order of the games that are going to be played. I'm very excited for this. There are some great matchups here. Every matchup rocks, honestly. The only one that you probably we would probably get close to a unanimous pick if we asked 100 people. A lot of them, I think, would be 60-40, 50-50.
The first pick we're going to talk about?
The first one we're going to talk about, I think we would get mostly the same from, no matter who we asked. So that would be the Los Angeles Rams against the Carolina Hurricanes. What are your thoughts? Or the Carolina Panthers, excuse me. The Los Angeles Rams. Hurricanes and Rams.
Yeah, I'm really taking the Rams.
Yeah, so the Los Angeles Rams against the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers beat them earlier in the season. It was kind of a decent size upset. To me, there's no way the Panthers go to beat the Rams again, especially in a playoff game. MVP caliber Matthew Stafford, just with so much on the line, and the Panthers haven't impressed me in the past few weeks. I just don't see a world where the Rams lose to the Panthers. So I'm going to go Rams.
You're going with the Rams, huh?
You are too.
I think the Panthers are going to – no, I'm kidding. I don't think it's impossible. I don't think anything's impossible.
Nothing's impossible.
This is football. This is pro football. Like, don't fall off your chair if anything happens.
But
I'm picking the Rams. Yeah, I'm picking the Rams. This isn't my hill to die on that. Because maybe if the Panthers smoked the Bucks to get in the playoffs without needing the Falcons to win.
Yeah, they didn't impress me.
No, but it impresses me that they made the playoffs. They're 8-9. I mean, that division's terrible.
I was gonna say
the Bucks choked.
Somebody's got to win the division. They're still not a great team.
The Bucks choked. They were 6-2. I don't think Baker's healthy. I don't know why he played the second half of the season. I mean, we've seen this before with Baker. He tries to play through injury and it sinks his team. It happened with that Browns team all those years ago. Now it happened again with the Bucks.
And to me, the Panthers are an okay team. They're not a good team. They're not a great team. They're okay.
Yeah, which
8-9. You're under 500. You're okay.
They're okay. They've been trash.
Yeah.
Like in the recent years.
I can't even say they're good. They're okay.
But being okay when you're a top 5 pick like 4 years in a row now. It's crazy. It's crazy. But Frank, the next game, the big game, the game you could come here to the Barroom Network to hear tons and tons about, the Green Bay Packers visiting Soldier Field to play the Chicago Bears on Saturday night. Lay it on me, because I got to make my picks for Bears Wire. The column comes out tomorrow, and I think Friday. It's either tomorrow or Friday, but I have to have my picks in. I have no clue what to put. None. I have no clue.
Before I get he says, are you on season 2 of BB yet? I'm a little confused, Travis, on what you mean here.
Breaking Bad.
Oh.
You're not even on episode 2 yet.
I thought he meant Big Brother.
It's not on the second minute of the first episode.
It's all right. I did finish Stranger Things, though. That was great. Great ending. I liked it. Packers at the Bears. This game scares me a little bit. I don't like that the Bears have to open up against the Packers because Packers always seem to play well against the Bears. And the first 2 meetings against each other has shown that. Very close games. That might be stupid here, but I'm going to take the Bears to get the win. I think they have a very talented team to get it done. This was my hardest matchup predictions. We got some tough predictions of this wild card weekend, and this was one of the most tough ones I had to predict. But I'm going to take the Bears to get it done. I think they have a very talented team. They got to show up earlier than the fourth quarter, though. None of this cardiac Bears talk. Jump out to an early lead and be competitive, right? Down 16-0 to the Lions. All right, we're going to make a fourth quarter comeback. We're going to still lose the game, but we're going to come back. They need to get on the board early, and they just can't fall asleep through the first three quarters. But if they come out firing to start the game, they could win. So I'm going to go with the Bears.
I'm pessimistic.
I was too. I was this close to taking the Packers.
I don't like that Green Bay's lost 4 in a row. I mean, it's just the perfect storm to laugh at the Bears. Like the perfect storm. And I don't like it. I'm going to pick the Bears. I want the Bears to win. I'm picking the Bears. But I don't like it.
I don't
because Green Bay, they played them hard twice. They're going to play them hard a third time. They had a chance to win each of their last 2 games, which were both losses. Something was weird about the Lions game. Something was just weird. But it's gonna be one of those games. I think that comes down to the last play again. I have a feeling. And they executed it against the Packers the second time. They didn't the first. I don't know when it was 4th and 5, and they had the ball late in the game Sunday, and they punted it, and then the Lions came down the field and kicked a game-winning field goal. Would you have gone for it?
Wait, one more time?
The Bears made an interception. Kevin Byard intercepted the ball.
Yeah.
And they were in their own territory trying to go to the other side of the field. They got to 4th down. The Lions got them to 4th and 5.
Yeah, it was 4th and what?
4th and 5.
Yeah.
The Bears punted. They gave the ball to Jared Goff, and he drove it down the field and kicked a game-winning field goal with no time remaining. Would you have gone for it?
Where were they again on their own?
They were closer. They were in their own territory. The Lions would have had decent field position if they don't.
Yeah, I would punt. I would.
See, I would not. I was mad. I wish they went for it because even if you give the Lions good field position there and they kick a field goal, well, now you have time to go score again and win the game again or tie the game again. Whereas this time you had no time left. And the defense was suspect all game and the game before. You're on 2 straight games of the defense being hot ass. So as soon as they punted, I'm like, they're not getting this ball back. The game's over effectively once they punted it. Huh?
They had a play for overtime.
And I don't trust the defense to do that. Where if you go for it and now the Lions have the ball on the Bears did have a bend, don't break. They were decent in the red zone. They forced the Lions to kick field goals a lot. Okay, they kick a field goal with a minute and a half left. Now Caleb Williams actually has a chance to go down and win the game, which he's done quite a bit this season. I didn't like it. I would have went for it. And I think they probably convert, to be honest with you.
The thing is, it's 4th and 5, which is scary.
Williams has had no problem hitting Loveland on some of these 4th. They're saying 4th and Loveland. 4th and Loveland.
All it is like one drop, like Loveland had the one game. It could be wide open, just one. His pinky toe hurts and he's stumbles. You just don't just one.
I understand that, but then the Lions, they get their touchdown or they get their field goal, and the Bears then have a chance to go win it. They can't. Right. There was enough time left for the Bears to allow them to score or whatever the case. They would have had a better chance to win the game than they did if they went for it and didn't get it. And then if you do get it, well, shit, then you probably win the football game.
I mean, at the end of the day, it mattered, but it didn't matter the game because the Eagles lost, so they were the 2nd seed anyway. So, it really didn't matter.
100%. I would have preferred to I trust Ben Johnson totally, but like it would have been nice to see like a better call in that situation going into the playoffs.
But like, if you
Um,
do that in the playoffs, like I'd be like, that's stupid. If you go for it on fourth down and you lose a playoff game because of that.
I don't agree because I don't think
If
that
I'm
would be
at,
the
if
reason
I'm
they
at like
lost.
the 50-yard line, yeah, I'm going for it probably. But
I don't trust their defense.
as a head coach, you can't be like, guys, I don't trust you. I'm going for it. Like that. That is like bad.
Well, Ben Johnson did say on the sideline, I'll send you the clip. He did say on the sideline, I should have went for it.
That's fair, but like I agree. I think
And he's not going to say to the media, well, we should have went. He's not going to throw them under. He said it when he didn't know the cameras were on him, and I should have went. I was a little mad about it. We're going to agree to disagree, but I would have went for it because if you give the Lions the ball back on the 31, then you hold them to a field goal. It wouldn't have been with 0 seconds left this time. Now you can give the ball to Caleb Williams, who's been great in the 2-minute drill. He leads the NFL in under 2-minute wins this season. Everything I watched about the Bears this season tells me that going forward in that situation would have been the proper decision, but we'll see what they do in the postseason when they're playing against the Packers. I didn't understand some of the stuff Dan Campbell was doing either. Why on fourth down when they go for it would they give the ball to David Montgomery to then pass it to Jared Goff as a receiver? I didn't understand at all. The Bears ate that up, forced them to punt.
yeah.
Just some of the stuff was weird to me. But we're going to go back to the slate. Now we move on to Sunday. Sunday at noon.
I'll be locked in.
The Buffalo Bills taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. What do you got for me?
Bills, they've been sloppy. Their defense has been exposed, but some of the best quarterbacks perform their absolute best when everything's on the line. And I'm going to trust Josh Allen to get it done here. There's no one else I would trust more with my postseason on the line than with the ball in Josh Allen's hand. Not to mention, Liam Cohen on the other end has never coached a postseason football game. I'm going to go with the experience here.
Neither has Ben Johnson.
Go with, yeah, I know. And I don't feel good. I was this close with taking the Packers. But I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills here. Get it done.
Duval. I do a pretty good Liam Cohen imitation. Duval. That doesn't ring a bell to you? You didn't hear his press conference?
Duval
is the county that the Jacksonville Jaguars play in. And they yell it, whenever they do good.
Like should be in Toy Story.
And and when they hired him, he got on the mic and went, it was very cringe. He went, Duval. Hold on, I got it.
Duval.
Duval.
He asked him to be an alien in Toy Story.
Yeah, the claw. I reluctantly am going to pick the Buffalo Bills. I think the Jaguars have a chance. I know your bias is going to make you pick the Bills. I'm reluctantly picking the Bills.
You don't have to pick the Bills.
I know. I want them to win. And let me tell you what, the wild card round is going to be the only round I pick with my heart. If anyone screws me, which they're going to, one of these two is going to screw me, if not both. But I'm picking with my head next round, regardless of what happens. I want the Bills to win. I don't want to root for the Jags.
But you like the Jags.
No, I don't. I actually kind of hate them.
I thought you liked them. You like Trevor Lawrence. Like what do you mean? The Jags were your team a couple of years ago.
I had to write for them, and that. Then I got the boot, which was the best thing that ever happened to me. Thank you for that. But yeah, no, not anymore.
It's probably going to be the only round you root for the Bills.
Why do you say that?
Because then if they win and the Pats win, then they're probably going to play each other. You'll be rooting for the Pats.
I mean, I'll always root for Tom.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm just going through how it's going to be, like how it's going to stack up.
I mean, what if they play the Texans in the AFC Championship game? I think the Bills and the Patriots are the only teams I would root for.
Oh
over
yeah,
the
yeah. I'm
Bills.
thinking the Bucks are in it. I'm thinking the Bucks are in it.
Yeah, and they would be on the NFC side anyway.
Bucks, Bills, Super Bowl. Not this
Yeah,
year, but
no shot. Bills better figure it out on
Bills,
defense.
Bears, Super Bowl.
3:30 on Sunday, the San Francisco 49ers against the Philadelphia Eagles. Probably the hardest one to pick so far, in my opinion.
In your opinion, this was easy for me.
Okay.
I'm going Eagles. 49ers can't beat teams with a good defense. They couldn't score against the Seahawks defense. Eagles defense to me is unbelievable this season.
It's not Seattle's, though.
It's not Seattle's, but it's better than it's probably top 3 defense they're going to play that they have played this year. And the Eagles won't allow this to be back and forth scoring like a shootout style game. That was my whole thing going into the game against the Seahawks on why I picked the Seahawks to win is because they're just not going to allow the 49ers to get into that shootout style game. And we saw that against the Seahawks. And when the score gets tight and it comes down to a close game, the Eagles they're going to come out on top in those types of games. Listen, I hope the 49ers win. I don't think they got any shot.
It's crazy to say that it's easy to pick that, though. What if the Eagles lost to the Commanders? But that's not going to be
anybody.
Okay, but the Seahawks are the number 1 seed.
I understand that.
And they have an incredible defense.
Them to beat the 49ers.
I got the 49ers beating Philly. I don't trust Philly. They're so up and down.
They're
so up and down.
The 49ers kind of stink. Their defense stinks like bad. They can't rush the passer either.
Neither can the Bears.
And the Bears lost.
Yeah.
It was just 2 bad teams who couldn't rush the passer.
But I love their offense. And I hate Philly's offense.
They good. Now, see, I agree with you half there. I love their offense. I hate their defense. I don't
love their defense, but yeah, I think San Francisco is going to take Philly down. Brock Purdy, he has experience in these situations, and so does Jalen Hurts. Obviously, they're the defending champs. But I don't know, just something feels off about the Eagles, similarly to the way something feels off about the Bills. I don't know why I'm picking. Maybe that's actually the hardest one to pick, Bills versus Jags, because I don't know. But these are all hard. But I got the 49ers taking care of business. I actually think they're going to find a way to make it not close. Philly just finds ways to lose games. Right. And they didn't play nobody. They wanted to be the number 2 seed.
Who?
Philly.
I
and
know.
They lost to the Commanders.
Jalen Hurts.
Well, Jalen Hurts is dealing with some stuff. But, I mean, they wanted to win.
And historically, the Commanders have, owned the Eagles. I mean, that one year the Eagles were undefeated. The Commanders were, the team to give them their first loss. They just played good division-wise against the
100%.
Eagles.
But you could say the same thing about the Seahawks and the 49ers. In my opinion, that's my second favorite rivalry in football. 49ers, Seahawks. So, I don't know.
It's just everything I've seen from the 49ers defense lately has proven what I say right.
I don't love their defense.
Yeah, it's just you're not going to score 30 points against the Eagles defense. Now watch, they will. They'll have 38 points in this playoff game.
I think this game's going to be a little more high scoring than we're used to from Philly, but totally used to from San Francisco.
We'll see.
And I think they win that kind of game. So we'll see. New England versus the Chargers.
This is tough. This game feels like the experience of a quarterback and coach give the edge to the Chargers for me. And listen, Mike Vrabel, he led the Titans to the AFC Championship, I think, in 2019. So
they were the number 1 seed in back-to-back years.
So, but I have a weird feeling the Chargers are going to get it done. I've yet to see Drake May close out a big moment. Up 21-0 against the Bills. Division on the line. You clinch the division, it's over. They blew it. I just have yet to see a moment where he could clamp down when everything is on the line, and I fear the same is going to happen here. So I'm going to take the Chargers.
Very good. I got the Pats. Drake May probably going to win the MVP, either first or second. Matthew Stafford, one of them is going to win it. But overall, I just like the makeup of the New England Patriots better. I think they got a better offensive line. Their defensive line should be able to do business against the Chargers, who have some injuries. It just every time the Chargers play the Patriots in the playoffs, it seems like the same old story. And I know those are old teams against old teams, but I just like this matchup in the favor of the New England Patriots with Vrabel coaching against Harbaugh. Harbaugh, after losing this game, could go join his brother John and console him for getting fired by the Eagles or by the Ravens, even though John might have a job before this game even kicks off on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
What's your prediction for John?
Where he's going to go?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I haven't even thought about it, to be honest with you.
Chalk pick, Giants. Hot take, Eagles lose to the San Francisco 49ers, can their coach, and Harbaugh goes there. Houston Texans versus Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday Night Football.
I hate to have to pick against the Steelers here, but the Texans are one of the hottest teams heading into the postseason. The Steelers miraculously found a way to win their division, but it just feels like they're just limping into the postseason. So while I really hope the Steelers can pull off the win here, but I'm going to say the Texans get it done and they win.
As of right now, the Texans are my Super Bowl pick from the AFC, so I would have a hard time picking against them against the Steelers.
But I will be rooting for the Steelers.
I would pick the Steelers too if I got to choose who I want. If I got to choose who I want, I would go Rams, Bears, Bills, 49ers, Patriots, Steelers. That's what I would choose if I got what I wanted. But you don't always get what you want.
We'll see.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
Absolutely. Frank, you know what time it is. It's time for America's favorite podcast segment of the week, Breaking Bets.
Where's my money, bitch?
Frank, the floor is yours.
All right, VP, got 2 picks, one NHL, one NFL this week, and we will start off with the St. Louis Blues at the Chicago Blackhawks. I am hoping that the Blackhawks don't fall back into a shell here on their little win streak that they have going on, but they are plus 105 at home, so I see a little bit of value here. The Blues have been playing very well too, and it's a division battle, so it's always a little bit scarier when these two teams go head-to-head. But the Blackhawks, they can win this. The boys have been hot. I hope to see them get another win under their belt before Connor Bedard makes his return to the lineup. So we're going to go Chicago Blackhawks money line plus 105 for 2 units. And then obviously wild card weekend in the NFL, Buffalo Bills at the Jacksonville Jaguars, going Bills money line. Minus 112, bet to win 5 units. This Jacksonville Jaguars team isn't going to be an easy beat by any means. They have a lot of weapons in their back pocket at their disposal. They got Cam Little, who could literally hit a field goal standing at midfield, which is always a huge advantage. However, I think this is when Josh Allen thrives, and they're going up against Liam Cohen, who's never coached an NFL playoff game before. Bills defense, they haven't looked the best all year, but it's looked a lot better in the second half versus the Eagles, and it looked pretty good against the Jets, even though everyone's defense looks good against the Jets. Don't overthink this one. The Bills get it done. Bills money line minus 112, bet to win 5 units.
You think?
I really do. Like, I really mean that, like, unbiasedly too. I think, like, Liam Cohen being that rookie head coach is it's a different ball game here.
I hope you're right. Deep down inside, I don't think you are. I picked with my heart.
You gotta pick with your head, VP. Go Jags.
No, go Bills.
No, I'm saying for you to go Jags.
You have no Lamar, Burrow, or Mahomes. Now's your time. Otherwise,
we'll see.
We will see. Well, Frank, it was a great show. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope everybody who watched enjoyed. Is there anything you got to get off your chest before we move on out of here?
Go Hawks, go Bills, go Bears, go Steelers. Let's have a fun wild card weekend. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I can't wait. Sunday's going to be so sick. Saturday's going to be nervous energy for me. All I'm going to do on Saturday is be nervous all day until kickoff. Sunday, I'll enjoy every second of it. I literally cannot wait.
Yeah,
So,
at least you will. I'll be sweating.
yeah. Yeah, well, I want to host a Super Bowl party with if the Bills make it, but
Bills, Bears.
no shot to either.
No shot?
Yeah, no.
There's no shot either of them would make it to the Super Bowl.
I would be stunned.
No shot's crazy. You're the guy who said don't anything can happen. It's football.
Well, yeah, I do believe that.
No shot is crazy.
No shot doesn't mean guaranteeing it's not going to happen. It's me. It's me thinking there's no chance, and I do think that.
Thinking there's a 0% chance.
But you could be proven wrong in football.
We'll see.
We will see. We'll find out. Starting Saturday during the day, rolling into the night. Go Bears! I hope everybody enjoys the game. Spend it, enjoy it, lock in, and then enjoy yourself on Sunday and Monday evening watching football. Lots of hockey in between. Make sure you're following at the King Bean on Twitter. Make sure you're following at Vinny Parisi on Twitter. Of course, at Barroom Network to keep up with the great Aldo Gandia on Twitter.com and the Chicago Bears. As always, Frank. Thank you for listening.
We're talking hockey, we always will!